Hi, it's Tanya from Tanya Strong Books, and today I thought I'd talk about my favorite books of 2023. I read a lot of books last year, but sometimes it's hard. Like you read a book and afterwards I'm like, oh, I love it, or it was okay. But sometimes I look back and I'm like, still thinking about some of the same books, and I'm like, okay, maybe I liked that more than I thought I did. I'm still thinking about it, still on my mind. So sometimes it's kind of fun to look back and look at all the books you've read and think about what really was my favorite book. So I made a list of the books that I read and the books that I had ranked as some of my favorite books. And I thought I would talk about them. And let's see if I can even remember the books and if I like them even more now or if they're okay. So here's a list of some of my top books that I rated my top books, and let's see if they still hold up 6 months, a year later. So these are my 2023 favorite books. Back to Class by Aspen Hadley. Yes, I still think about that book. I still think about how funny it is. I love the sports in it. I love the family dynamics. Funny, fun to read, relatable, except for I never did any fake dating. The fake dating was fun though. So yes, that one is still one of my favorite books. For Letter or Worse, it was a novella by Esther Hatch. I love Esther Hatch. She writes great books. I would say, yes, I would say it's still one of my favorite novellas. I can still remember the storyline, how he was trying to intercept a letter that he didn't want this girl to have because he had feelings for her, and he goes to intercept it and runs into her. And because it's a novella, I feel like you cut the crap. You don't have to listen to all the relationship stuff, that break up, get back together, break up. So it's kind of like concise and to the point. And so when she finds out that he cares, anyway, it was cute. I thought it was cute. She's super fun. She falls into the river. She makes a game out of it. Like, she's a fun person, and you kind of see a very serious side of him, and she kind of pulls out the fun. Just One Wish by Jeanette Ralston. That book hit me. It's like a YA. I thought it was so cute. It was funny. I can still picture the images in my head of them jumping across trailers. Movie star, they're trying to catch this girl, they're jumping across trailers, it's funny, it's fun, but then you have the aspect that her brother has cancer, and this is his dream. He wants to meet his favorite actor, and she's trying to make that happen for him. I cried, I laughed, I swooned. Great read. Miss Newberry's List. This is by Megan Walker, and she's one of my favorite writers. She wrote Lakeshire Park, which is still one of my favorite books. I would say this is still one of my favorite books as well. I love the idea of having a list of all the things that you want to do before you get married or grow up or whatever. And some of her items were fun. Some were kind of risky and dangerous. And I love that she accomplishes these things with her best friend and her best friend's cousin. I believe it's her cousin. And just the dynamic and the interactions. Swoon, sweet, so cute. Love Regency romance. That's another good one. False Prince and Runaway King. False Prince by Jennifer A. Nielsen. I believe I got that right. I still love that series. Maybe not my favorite. I don't know. It's a pretty good series. Action-packed. I will say it is probably juvenile, middle grade. The prince will sometimes do things that you're like, you want to just strangle him. But at the same time, it's what makes the book so exciting, because you never know what to expect with him. He's always changing things, and I think his sassiness sometimes makes the situations more fun, more funny. So yes, those are still some good books. Come Gentle Night by Stephanie Black. This is probably one of the first books I read of hers. Or it has been a long time since I read a book of hers. And it's a series where this, I think it's a therapist, psychologist, someone. She has patients. Anyway, she keeps ending up in a situation where she has to help the police to investigate or to solve a crime. And so I hadn't read any of the others in the series, but I really enjoyed this. Some people didn't like it has a couple different point of views, which I enjoyed, and lots of mystery, some suspense. There were quite a few people, I think, that said that the main girl, like, why did she do that? She was so willing to fall in love with this guy. I'm like, didn't we all kind of do stupid things when we dated? Someone, is charming and sweet and you want to believe them. I didn't think that was that far-fetched. But I could see how some people would be annoyed by it. But I felt like the mystery was good enough to like overlook that. Like there were several things that happened that I was like, whoa, that was clever. That was good. I enjoy her writing style. So yes, I would say I definitely will read more of her books. I enjoyed that. Love on Deck by Casey Stockton. I want to read the first half of that book over and over again. It was so funny. I love the witty banter. I love the fake dating and them like enemies to more. It was so fun. So fun. I loved all of it. It got more real as they got back from their vacation and they had to try to figure things out. I felt like the whole book was good, but my favorite part was the first half. So yeah, I want to go back and read that over and over again. The German Wife, still a good book. I still enjoy that one. I think about it all the time, like these two worlds. This girl that grew up, I can't remember if she grew up in Texas, but in the US, and this other woman who's in Nazi Germany, and she's faced with all these really hard decisions, and whether you think she made the correct choice or not, they both end up in Alabama, and both have prejudices, both have hard things they're either hiding or dealing with, and then the drama of dealing with each other. I thought it was really good, and I think about all the time about how like we're all hurting inside for different reasons, and we don't always know that when we meet people. I thought it was really well written. Very well done. Making Christmas. This one I was like, oh, it's good, and then I couldn't stop thinking about it. I loved it. It was like fake dating, so Christmassy, so many Christmassy things that they get to do. They jump into this cold water. They get to build, they go sledding. I think they even built snowmen or something. They did gingerbread houses, like every Christmassy cold winter thing you can do. They did, and they were fake dating, trying to, pretend that they were together. Enemies to more, they worked together. And they came to this lodge, and his family owns, and her family's there on vacation. Cute, fun, loved the banter, and I love some of the little twists in there. I think I'll read that again for Christmas because it was so adorable, and I felt like it got me in the Christmas mood. Love Christmassy things. So great. A Newport Christmas by Jess Heileman. I adored that book. I love that the girl was really into true crime podcasts, and she's in this huge house, and she hears these different noises and someone's going to kill her. Can relate. Yep, totally. I loved it. Then they fake date. I obviously have a thing for fake dating. I think it's hilarious. I've never done it. But I find it so funny. I think it creates these fun situations, and they're gonna fall for each other. It's just a matter of them opening their eyes, and it's so cute. I loved it. Funny, romantic, Christmassy. It was great. So those were my top books of 2023. All of them I still love, still think about. So great, and I can't wait to see what else I'm gonna read in 2024. So drop me a comment if you've read any of them, and if you enjoyed those as well, if you enjoy those authors as well. And follow me here or on Instagram for more bookish things. Bye.